Welcome again. Welcome everyone to the solo prelim B of the 2026 USA Jigsaw Nationals. We are so excited to have you, and we hope you're so excited to see these unreleased puzzles thanks to our wonderful sponsor, Ravensburger. Give them a round of applause. We're just going to run through a few quick things, and then we'll let you get puzzling. So, couple notes, tips. Really good tip, don't open the bag on your table. You guys nailed it. That will have your puzzle in there. We don't want you to see it until we say go. Make sure all your belongings are under your table, out of the way of the aisles, so that none of our volunteers get hurt as they're watching you very closely when you puzzle. Speaking of our volunteers, please give our volunteers a giant round of applause to thank them for helping us. If you have any corrections to make to your name tag, you can make that now or after you finish puzzling. That way those can be made on the website. Make sure all of your distractions are off, airplane mode. You don't need text during this. And you are allowed to adjust the paper tag boards on your table. Just make sure that they stay on your table somewhere and don't mess with your neighbor. Okay, let's talk really quick about what we've got going on. So we are in Prelim B. We've got 200 competitors right now, and you all have an hour and a half to complete this puzzle. The top half of you will move on to the finals. So, couple quick rule review. If I get my next slide there. There we go. So, first easy one. We are going to get started once I do the countdown. I will say go, and that's when you can rip open that bag and the puzzle. If your puzzle is hard to rip open because the seals have been accidentally left on it, don't fret, don't stress, raise your hand. Don't try to get that open, just raise your hand, and a volunteer will come help make sure that it's open, and then they'll start your time then. So don't worry about that. When you're getting close to completion, if you don't have volunteer nearby, maybe throw up a hand to signal that you're getting close, but volunteers should generally be by you. And as soon as you're done, throw your hands up off the puzzle so that we know that you've completed it. If you happen to have a missing piece, you realize you're close to the end, you can't find a piece, you let the volunteer near you know that you're missing that piece. They're going to start a 10-second countdown. If after 10 seconds you can't find it, your time stops. That's the end of your penalty. If you have a couple pieces, the same thing applies. If you find your piece or pieces earlier, your time stops earlier. And if that does happen, there will be a PAA added to your timesheet so we know that the penalty has been applied. If we get to the end of the hour and a half and you haven't quite finished, don't worry about that. We're going to do a quick countdown, let you know that you're just about done, and then we'll ask you to throw up your hands and clap for yourself to make it all the way to the end. And then what we're going to do is count up how many pieces you haven't yet assembled so that we know where your placement is. Even if you haven't fully assembled the puzzle, there's still a chance you can make it through to finals, so make sure to power through to the end. Anything that you have assembled in clusters of 2 or more, even if it's outside the puzzle, counts towards your completion. So, and we'll get more instructions for that at the end. So, with all of that, we're going to get ready here to get started. And I want to ask you guys to just hang out. And just hang out for a few more minutes, and then we'll see what happens. Just say hi to your puzzle neighbor. Okay, that's it. No more talking. All right, so the question I was going to ask that I'll ask now, are you guys ready to puzzle? All right, we are going to start the countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, puzzle! Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple seconds
All right.
off. everybody. Sorry, we're having a few technical difficulties. Looks like we're going to maybe be a couple seconds off from the timer, which is a bummer. But yeah, we're figuring all this out. I am Valerie Coit, your host for this Prelim B in the individual round, and I am joined by
Karen Puzzles.
Yeah, we're so excited to have Karen Puzzles with us, and you're getting a look there at the puzzle.
Oh my gosh, what a beautiful gradient sky.
Yes, I knew you were going to be jealous, Karen. The minute you'd see this, you'd be like, wait, why didn't I get this?
To be fair, my round did have a gradient sky as well.
It did. It was a little less of a, sky, though. You had a lot kind of covering it. Here you get some nice big expanses of color gradient.
Yeah, this is beautiful. I think this is going to be so fast.
Yeah. I don't know, though, because a lot of the buildings have a similar sort of shade of blue. So I do think that middle line, what's interesting is on our last puzzle, that kind of middle section all came together first. And now in this one, I have a feeling the middle section might be the hard part because you're just going to have a lot of blue buildings there with little tiny squares. So this one, the title is Atlanta Skyline. This was a stock image that we used for this one. We do pepper some of those in throughout the competition just because, we have kind of a limited number of artist stuff that we can feature. But yeah, we're excited to see how people, strategize and decide to, attack this puzzle. So what would be your approach, Karen?
That's a great question. I definitely think I would at least separate out the sky pieces and do the darkest part into the darkest pink. I don't know if I would do the entire part underneath. Maybe the line between all of the buildings and then the sky would be a good way to break it up.
I was just thinking the same thing. Getting that kind of the sky line, the top outline of the sky in the buildings would be good. I mean, one thing going in their favor is those buildings, none of them are super huge. So you maybe got enough sky piece and edge so that if you get the outline done, you've got a lot of them done. You don't have a lot of puzzle pieces left to work with.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different stuff going on all over. There's also this line under the bridge, that nice yellow line.
Yes.
And then you have trees without leaves and then trees with leaves.
Yeah, as much as it's I find cityscapes a bit harder to puzzle sometimes. I think I find them a little not a super fast puzzle for me. But this particular image, I think, has a lot going for it in terms of what you can work with and what you can build off of.
Yeah, I mean, there's a similar one that is a cityscape like this with similar looking buildings, but it's all blue, so it's so hard.
Right?
This one is a lot easier than the one that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, when you're looking at stock imagery to try to figure out what you're going to pull to make a good speed puzzle or something not super frustrating, it can be really difficult because what makes for a sort of beautiful image doesn't always make for the best puzzle in terms of, like you said, it might be all the buildings have a similar shade of color, and that can really make it hard to differentiate. But we felt like this image itself is really nicely layered so that you do have some pretty clear things that you can work on. I love that kind of, like you said, that orange line of the bridge or the highway kind of area. That to me is just so clear, and I could see a lot of people putting that together early on too. Yep. So we're looking at the chat to see what people are talking about. They're already guessing on times. We're seeing 40, over 40. Last round, our top finisher, Kelly Walter, was at 36, around 36:30, just under that. And, this one, maybe a little harder. Maybe it's going to take a little longer. So we're going to start looking at these tables where we have the overhead shots. And we'll kind of show our top players in the process. So you're going to be able to tell who those headphones are. That's Jean Reuter and Grayson Shannon at 1 and 2 there.
What a great shot.
That was a great move, right? You look at that move and you're like, oh, I admire that. Look at Grayson just pulled all of those sky pieces over and is picking out the dark purple, just like you said, Karen. Going to start putting those together. Jean's going right with the edge, starting out with that. Grayson's kind of coming at it from just the color, not even the edge, separating out the edge so much.
Yeah, so something that I was thinking of is just like last year, the one with the grid, you could basically separate it out into 3 separate puzzles. This one, you can basically separate into 2 puzzles, 2 250-ish piece puzzles. And so you can really see that, well, on Grayson's table, which we were just at.
Yeah, somebody in the chat said that gradient is so pretty, and I agree. I love a gradient like that, just soft mix of like beautiful colors, like very soft, like pastel. It's beautiful.
And it's so easy to separate those, to spot that gradient and separate it from pieces where stuff is going on.
Exactly, right? So there we're seeing Lauren and Mari. They're at tables 3 and 4.
Oh, Lauren's starting at the bottom.
Yeah,
she's not even touching this guy.
No, she's not. And Mari's just attacking the edge, trying to get that bit of it done. I like to do that as well because you have a frame of reference for starting, right? Like she can get the edge done and then just go, okay, what am I doing? Am I doing sky or am I doing bottom? And then just get to it.
What I like to think of with the edge is I call it getting to know the puzzle.
Ooh,
because
nice.
you get just like a preview of each separate section. And, you know, if something is harder than it really seems, then maybe you know not to start there. And if something is easy, then you can start there.
That is such a great concept. I love that. Yeah, preview of the puzzle. No, you're right. It does. It sort of gives you, I think that's why so many people like to do the edge first, is it just gives you that easy starting point that you don't have to think about, right? You pull the edge, you do that. Like it's sort of like your mind can almost go in an auto mode, like you just don't have to think about it.
Yep. So, okay, who is this doing the dark sky?
This looks like it's the next table over. It's Shay Burkett and Dawn Rasmussen. So Dawn is on the right side of your screen and that's Shay on the left. Already getting that sky done. Look at how quick that's going in.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
I mean, it's essentially just line by line.
Right? Which is perfect. Like that's what the way you want a gradient to look. And now looking at this, I'm like, wait a second, everybody. Are we off? Is this going to be faster than the other puzzle?
I honestly think it might be.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fascinating. So
because you can separate, you know, so much right from the beginning.
Right? Yeah, you're right. Because that last puzzle. Okay, so Karen, you were just in Prelim A.
Yep.
You did really well, but like, tell us how that puzzle went for you.
I mean, it was great. It's exactly the type of illustration that I would have chosen to do just for fun.
Okay, well, we didn't do that on purpose. We didn't pick it just for you, Karen. That just happened, happenstance.
No, I totally believe that, and I would have loved this one too. So, any of them so far.
Good. That's good to hear. But yeah, so did you feel like you ever got stuck on that last one? Did it just kind of flow the whole time?
There were a few times I got a little stuck, but I always just found something else to work on. There was, you know, similar to this one, even though it's an illustration rather than a photo, there was enough different stuff always going on that, yeah, I thought it was really fun.
Nice. Well, and here we're seeing the fourth table that has the overhead. We're not getting the overhead right now, but this is Simi Berman and Ben Weissman at tables 7 and 8. And so, yeah, I'm like, look at how fast they're going. So Simi's got the edge completely done at around the 8-minute mark. That's impressive.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with a lot of my speed puzzles I've done recently, I'm at the 10-minute mark when I finish the edge. So 8 minutes that's super fast.
That's super fast. Oh, I love this. We're getting a nice close view of what that gradient looks like.
I mean, for the people who are like really studying the piece cut, this is where they'll really shine.
Right? Yeah. It does look like a pretty, like you've got enough shading differentiation there. So I feel like if you're good at that color distinction, oh yeah, look at that. So that Shay Burkett, she's almost got the top part of the sky, just like look at how she's just cooking through that sky. That's fantastic.
Yeah, for this one, I feel like it almost doesn't even matter if you start at the top or the bottom because, you know, they're so separate from each other. It's like doing two separate puzzles.
Yeah, it's probably just going to be what they're drawn to, right? Like, do they like stuff more busy with more maybe context clues, or are they really good at that, being able to tell those just slight color variations to be able to do a gradient like that really quickly?
Yeah, and that's my favorite type of puzzle. I love plain pieces with very slight color variations. Yeah. So fun.
You have really good acuity, like visual acuity, Karen, to be able to do that, because not everybody can do that.
That's a real
well.
thing. Like people have better and worse color vision than others, and I think a lot of puzzlers have really good color vision.
For sure. I always like testing myself when you see those TikToks that are like, how far can you get on the color test, where they show you the numbers. I love those because I have pretty good like color acuity. So yeah, I love seeing those little tests to see how far I get. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing incredible progress already at under 10 minutes. I am starting to agree with you, Karen. We might see times being even faster. So we're going to go to, this is 132. This is, I think, Oh, sorry. No, maybe I got that wrong. The person we're looking at there, I thought they told me it was 132. Oh, sorry. Brianna Roy. Also just cooking on that sky.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's what, like 4 rows down already?
Yeah.
We need Jim here to do the math and tell us how many pieces that is.
I do feel like Jim is really good at just like being able to look at it and go, oh, I think that's about how many pieces they have left. I'm like, I have no idea. Love that skill. Yeah, this is great.
All right,
mean,
so
people are really going.
Can we have someone in the chat tell us how many pieces are in each horizontal line?
Oh, do you know?
I
the
don't
answer?
know offhand. Someone in the chat should tell us.
Yes, somebody in the chat, get on that. I know, we talked about this with Jim. There's about 86 pieces that you knock out if you do the edge first, because that's approximately how many pieces that usually is in a Ravensburger standard cut puzzle. Somebody said, looks like we have some sky experts here. Karen would be proud. That's exactly right.
I mean, I'm so excited to do this one after this whole thing is over.
Well, as a little gifty, you get to keep it. You get to keep the puzzle.
Oh.
So you'll have it already. You don't even have to go buy it at the Ravensburger booth. We just do that as a nice thank you for our co-hosts. So you can go do it right away.
Oh my gosh, so fun. I'll just do the sky. I'll leave everything else.
I did want to ask you, like, are you going to be, because, I mean, we're at a puzzle convention this weekend. Are you just going to be puzzling constantly, or are you trying to save it a little bit for the rounds, like when you're doing the RAV competitions?
I mean, I'm mostly just doing the competitions. I mean, I'd love to puzzle just for fun with people, but honestly, it's so much filming and then trying to eat in between that, and and then meeting people like all the way around.
Yep, 100%. Well, and I kind of wanted to ask you about that because you took a little bit of a break. You didn't come to 2025 because I know you had done so many recap videos, which we all dearly appreciate, Carol. Your recaps are phenomenal. I always tell her, like, you're like the queen of documentary filmmaking, basically, because you're basically making documentary films every time you do, one of your recap videos, and I so appreciate it. But yeah, so you took a little break. What's it like being back?
It is so fun. I mean, I'm happy to be back at a year where you have the whole convention and everything. I really missed it, getting to see everyone. It's just like, it's crazy. I feel like in 3 days, I'm going to go home and be like, what just happened? Like, that was such a blur.
Yeah, it is going to go fast. I mean, I'm not saying that in a weird pun way. Like, it's going to be, the weekend is going to fly by so quickly. We're already at over 12 and a half minutes into the competition. I'm just so impressed by what I'm seeing. I mean, here's another person, like, done with two people done with the edge. Like, for myself, I feel like if I hit the 13-minute mark on the edge, I'm doing okay. You're faster than I am, Karen. But yeah, I just think, like, wow, people are doing so well, and it's just so exciting to see this many people. So we have 200 puzzlers in this round. Each of our individual prelims today will have 200 puzzlers, and 50 of them will advance to the individual final, which happens on Sunday. Karen, you're going to be in there. You made it.
Yep, I made it. That's all I wanted. All I want is to do as many puzzles in the competition as I can, so I just want to make all the finals.
Yep. And you're going to be doing pairs and teams. So who are your pair and teammates this year? Can you tell us, or is it a surprise?
No, I already posted on Instagram.
Oh, you did? Okay, sorry. I haven't been able to keep up. I haven't been on socials a lot lately. I've been a little busy organizing.
So I'm pairing with Ewan, who also lives out in the LA area, and then we have kind of an LA team. Okay. So it's me, Ewan, Trisha, and Jessica.
Okay. So was that on purpose so that you could practice, or have you had the opportunity to practice, or is it?
We got together for one practice day, which I think went really well.
Nice.
And we all just know each other from local events, like the Orange County events. So yeah, I think it's a good group. And we would just really want to have fun. Like, we don't think we're going to get, first place or anything. We just want to have fun and do some puzzles.
Well, it is crazy how much the sport has grown, because just a couple of years ago, for you to say that, I'd be like, oh, come on, Karen, you're going to be in first place. Like, like, you've done really, really well at this in the past. You've been in the winner's circle, but you're already feeling like, not sure about it.
Yeah, I mean, people are so fast now.
Right.
Like, in my prelim, I was under 50 minutes, and I was 27th place.
Wow.
So 27 people in the 40s and some in the 30s.
Yeah, and you came in number 2 in the Nationals in 2024. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's like we're old timers now or something, Karen. What is happening at the world? And part of it is it's our own fault, because I help organize these things. you go on to YouTube and show your
Yep.
videos to people all over the world
Yep.
who then get into speed puzzling.
And then all the fastest people are like, I want to try that. I'm going to come be faster than you.
Exactly. We're working ourselves out of like contention here, like all the time. Yeah, it's oh my gosh, look
All
at
right.
that.
So
Shay.
let's get back.
Yes, let's get back to looking at
So
progress.
we have for the front tables, we have a lot of the skies pretty much done.
Yeah, because I can even just see from here, like Grayson's sky is almost done. Jean's, okay, yeah, there now we can see some overhead.
And so,
Trying to
okay, in the chat, they were saying it's 25 pieces across.
Okay, sweet. We have an answer.
So if they have the first 4 rows done, that's 100 pieces done. That's a fifth of the puzzle done.
See, coming through in the chat. You guys are the best. You give us all the stats. We love it. Oh, yeah. This
Yep.
is... Oh, and she's got some bottom stuff, though, done, too. So that's Simmy there.
Yeah, I think that tree down in the corner with like the white
Yeah.
kind of leaves, that definitely
Super
stands out.
satisfying. That's probably one of those you grab like 8 pieces and
Yep.
then you're like, done. And that just feels good.
Okay, so there's another one where they
Yep.
haven't done the bottom, but just that gradient up. So you can
Yep.
really see the skyline outline just in where they've built down.
Yep. And it's going to be interesting to see if some people have pulled those pieces that have like a little bit of sky and building on them so that they can then just, you know,
Those should go
quickly
in
put those
so
in.
fast.
Yeah, they should go in super fast. I do think maybe what we're going to see, I don't know. I can't decide if I think it's going to be the strip with like the kind of highway bridge. That strip going across, it's going to be going in last because I do feel like the green will fill in quickly at the bottom. Or if it is going to be the blue buildings kind of coming in last. It'll be interesting to see.
You know, I feel like once you get the edge of the buildings, there aren't going to be that many pieces in the middle of them.
Right?
So I feel like the buildings will be okay. I think it's kind of this messy part at the bottom with the bridge going into these trees without leaves, going into the road. I think that's where we're going to see people ending.
So we are kind of notorious for this, of picking puzzles of the places that we are having our competitions. So when we did Washington, D.C. in 2025, we
Yep.
had the cherry blossoms from hell, I
Yep.
believe everybody refers to them as. So if it was this or Atlanta skyline or cherry blossoms.
Oh, this one, by
yeah,
far.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I mean, this one is beautiful. I would choose
Right?
to do that even if we weren't here.
Oh, right. I know. We were so excited to find this image because the other thing in using an image, like a stock type of image, is that, you know, you have to have this super fine resolution. And so sometimes it could just be hard when you start to like blow things up and stick them on a puzzle. And you know all about that, Karen, because you have your own line of puzzles. So you know how this works
Yep.
with creating art for puzzles
Yep.
and how high res it has to be in order to not make people's eyes go batty with like having to see slightly blurred imagery. So yeah, it's hard to find sometimes really good images that are going to work, but this one is just perfection. Like,
Yeah,
we
this
were
is
so
beautiful.
excited. Yeah. Like you said, like this is a puzzle I would just be like, "Oh, I'm doing that."
Yep.
Like I'm buying that.
And I think it's just such a great speed puzzle because it hits like everyone's different strengths. You get the people who are good at solid colors and gradients, and then the people who are really good at busy. And so each type of person gets half the puzzle to really excel at.
Yeah, right. So at table 48, Melissa Cody.
Oh, she is also from the LA area.
Oh,
so
really?
we puzzled together on teams before.
Oh,
So
nice.
shout out to Missy.
Yeah. Oh, she goes by Missy. Good to know. Oh,
Yes.
this is fantastic. Oh, yeah. You can,
So you can see those first, I guess, 3 rows up at the top, and
Yep.
then also working on the edge down at the bottom, and getting that that tree in place.
And this, I mean, Missy's keeping a really organized space.
Oh.
Like there's nothing in the middle. It's like,
That was my mistake in the
Oh,
last one.
really?
I was so messy. I
you're out of practice, Karen.
I kept
That's all it is.
over sorting and then forgetting where I put pieces, and then like missing pieces that I had put in one place. So I mean, everyone will see that when I show the video.
We didn't notice. We weren't commenting back here like, oh my goodness, Karen, a messy room she's created here.
But I
Oh, my
didn't
goodness.
knock the edge off the table. So
Yeah, well, there's that. Like, how is it with like, is this your first time using the Zacco dividers, the Zacco puzzle?
No, they have them for the Orange County local competitions.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah, Williams. So he
Yep.
organizes those with Lisa. And yeah, they do use those. That's right. So you're familiar with those.
But honestly, I feel like I never even got close to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was mostly on the other side.
Okay.
Kind of similar to, well, not here, the shot that was just a second ago.
Yeah, I think Dawn is keeping it more to the other side. Yeah, on the right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I noticed just a bit ago when we were looking at Grayson that Grayson really had some nice little piles going to already sorted, and there we're seeing Shay and Dawn again.
I love doing sorting like that. You just make lots of little piles, and then they can go together so fast.
So satisfying, right? When you just grab that little pile of like 10, 12 pieces, and they just go together quickly.
And this is so satisfying, too. Even though I like doing edge, I also like just working down when you have an image where you can do that.
Yep. I think I used to be a much more chaotic, like floating from one area to another until I got really into speed puzzling. And then you do, I think, learn to get more disciplined and kind of sticking with a strategy, or at least trying to be a little more ordered in your puzzling. But the very first time I went to a speed puzzling competition, there were some women there that were just amazing, and they were doing that. They were being super orderly. It was like starting from the top, working their way down, and we were like, what is going on? We were just shocked, and that was like my first introduction to seeing somebody approach a puzzle that way, because I just had never seen speed puzzling before. So I think that's fun for people when they discover the sport and they start to see the videos and they're like, oh my God, they're so organized.
All right, so we're past 20 minutes now. We're at about 21 and a half minutes. So time, what's your new time prediction?
Gosh, I don't know, because I was waffling there for a bit, thought maybe we'd be under 30, under 36. What's interesting is you can see her timer is slightly off, and I do apologize, folks. Our timer is probably about 3 seconds behind because we had a bit of a technical snafu in the background here. So I'm sure what happens is all of the volunteers on the floor are using like timers that they have on their person as well, and they're syncing to when Allie says puzzle. So I'm guessing they're going to like just be using that as the official times and not necessarily looking at what we're seeing on the live stream. So if you're going in the results and you're keeping track at home, Misty just told me it was exactly 5 seconds. So we'll just be
But I mean, if it's all in the same round, so all we need is the order.
Exactly. They're still going to finish in a set order, and that'll all be taken care of. So. But
I see a tree piece. I want to put in that tree piece.
It's like those little white flowers are going to go in the corner. I know. Sometimes it's hard to just watch.
This is interesting. Look, just pockets in the middle. Right? We haven't really seen that yet.
No. And is that?
I guess that bright yellow, the orangey yellow really stands out.
So that's Christopher Namor that we were just looking at, that was doing more the buildings and that kind of thing at table number 9.
And then here's someone who's working just from the bottom up, hasn't even really touched the sky except for the edge. The pieces look so pretty. Look at that. Those kind of pastel colors with all the pinks and the purples.
I know. It is. It's so pretty.
There's a similar one with a lighthouse that has kind of a similar colored sky.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking
about. I just did it as practice, and it's like the same color scheme. It's so pretty.
Yeah. I love that kind of color scheme. I'm drawn to those colors. If I'm doing like a big collage puzzle or something and you have to, choose, like they all have the different color backgrounds. For me, it's always like red or pink, like first. Like those are the ones I'm immediately wanting to do. And then it's more blue-green and then,
Okay, so here's one, the entire sky, and you can see the skyline again.
And that's Mary Cardy at that table, 58. And Mary's a very accomplished puzzler, and she's at 58, and she's like a really good puzzler. So it's crazy that like we kind of put people, if we have data, we kind of put them in order of like where they sort of rank, and like that just shows how strong the players are in this room. Because Mary Cardy, she's an OG. She was doing the competitions back in the 80s, and she's very speedy, and she's at table 58.
But I mean, you never know. We could, here in the prelims, we could have an Alice Rowe sitting in the back.
Right?
Sitting in the last row.
Yeah, it does. It happens.
All right, so here we have an overhead shot again. I love this shot. This is the first time I'm seeing it because I was in that first round. And you can really see the exact progress between these two people on this table.
All right, and we have a guest that's going to be joining us here for a little bit. We want to welcome to USA Jigsaw Nationals, attending his very first jigsaw puzzle competition. We have Soup Timmy with us.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, we're so
I'm
excited.
excited to be here.
Yeah, and so I love that you're here. And it was Karen. She was the connect for us who
Thank
said,
you so much.
Yeah, who said, hey, do you guys know Soup Timmy? Would you be interested if he wanted to come to Nationals and shoot some video? And I was like, yes, of course. Tell us what you're famous for, Soup Timmy. I'm sure you're going to do a way better job than I will.
I mean, most people know me for the Rubik's Cube. I make Rubik's Cube videos online, artwork as well, which is how I started. And yeah, I'm just like making entertaining cubing videos to get people into cubing. So I hope to do that same thing with puzzling.
Okay, I hope you do too.
Experimenting.
Well, maybe we don't hope, because every time we do this, we get somebody and they show this to new people, then all of a sudden we have way more fast people.
Well, maybe, more competition, like
right.
bigger,
Okay, so
bigger
I
sport.
have to know, I mean, how was it puzzling compared to cubing?
Right.
Oh, it was pretty. There's patterns, but I don't know the patterns because I'm not puzzling enough. The most pieces puzzles I've done was 49.
Oh,
Okay,
So
okay.
you immediately times it by 10.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got
Well-
78. That was my score.
No, well, you know, you
Pieces
got to
of
start
something.
somewhere, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I know you kind of came because you were curious about speed puzzling and just like testing it out. And I think from what I've seen from your channel is that it is a lot of that, right? It's like
Yes.
just trying different puzzles and like showing people different things.
Exactly.
So yeah, do you think that there's maybe a lot of crossover between speed cubing and speed puzzling?
Oh, absolutely. Last month I went to a cup stacking competition, and I posted a video about it, and people were interested in it because it's like speed and speed puzzling. The same thing. There's pattern recognition, there's speed, dexterity, and
Yeah, a lot of finger dexterity.
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, are you going to keep working at it? Are you going to keep practicing? Like,
Oh, we'll see after today. We'll see after the videos.
well, and I know too that you were excited to kind of come to this event because we have all these other things happening.
Yes.
And so you're going to try some other stuff, right? While you're here.
Yeah, like the chess puzzle or puzzle chess. I don't know if I signed up for it, but I hope I did.
Oh, you'll get in. I think there's room. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Gauntlet, the VR thing, that was new, right?
Yeah,
I
the
didn't
VR
hear-
thing.
I heard
Yeah.
that last minute, so
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, yeah.
And the pairs, I have to find a partner, so that's my goal. Before that
Okay,
starts.
everybody, if you're watching, Soup Timmy needs a partner for pairs. You have a spot, but yeah, you're looking for a partner. I know
Yes.
you were kind of excited about the idea of just meeting somebody here and just puzzling with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So yeah, tell us what it was like. I mean, had you ever watched like Karen's videos? Did you know what to expect coming into this?
Yeah, I've seen Karen's video, which is probably why I'm here.
Yeah.
I seen it like 3 years ago. I'm like, whoa, this is cool. I want to definitely come to a competition one day. And that's been in my video idea pipeline for 3 years now, and now I'm here. But yeah, I've expected like I wouldn't finish. I had low expectations, very low expectations, but yeah, it was very fun. The puzzle, like looking at this puzzle, this looks way harder,
You think so?
way harder.
Really?
The other one, I was just building random things like colors, because there's so many different colors, like kind of like a Rubik's Cube. So I was just eyeing colors and combining them.
Were you the whole time just like, oh, I wish this was a Rubik's Cube?
Yeah, I wish so.
You know, I will say, I think you could have finished that puzzle faster than I could solve a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, considering I haven't learned to solve a Rubik's Cube my entire life, that would be accurate. I'm pretty sure when I was a kid, my way of solving the Rubik's Cube was to take the pieces off and then
Yeah.
put them back on in the right
The
order.
stickers, yeah.
So yeah, no, we're so excited that you're here and checking it out, and that you're going to get to expose a bunch of people to speed puzzling and like learning about it. One of the things I wanted to ask you, because and we've seen this like in the puzzling world, is younger people getting involved, and I know that happened with cubing, right?
Yes.
That like now it's like some of your top people in the world are like
Kids.
young kids,
Yep.
right? What is that like? And when did you get started with speed cubing?
I started 10th grade when I was in high school, so I've been almost 10 years now at
So
cubing.
you're like an old timer.
Yeah, I'm an old timer now. I'm the older folk in the cubing comps. But yeah, when I started cubing, it was more of like teens, like late teens, adults. But now it's a lot of kids. Like after COVID, that's when like it blew up. I would say at competitions where the competitors get younger and younger and younger, and now every year we're seeing the the top in the world are getting younger and younger.
Yeah. What do they have like an age? Like, what's the age limit, or is there none?
There's no age limit. You could be like 2 years old and compete.
Really?
At a competition recently, there was like a 3-year-old I saw compete, or a 4.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's incredible.
Okay,
So go
Sorry,
ahead.
can
Yeah.
we just cut back
Yeah,
to the
we
live
gotta
stream?
check it out.
So
Yeah.
we're passing 30 minutes right now. So that 36
I think this
might
may
have
be
been
little off.
little
Yep.
ambitious.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
Although, look at this. That's Shea Burkett.
That's
Really
Shea
not.
yeah.
That could be doable in 5 minutes.
That could be. Yep. I do think that's
5
doable.
minutes.
Maybe. So yeah, what do you think when you're seeing all these super fast competitors?
I wonder how much they practice to get to that point.
Right?
I mean, just so many puzzles. I mean, everyone that I know has, stacks and stacks of 500s that
Really?
we just do over and over again.
Oh, you redo them?
Oh, yeah, redo
Oh.
the same puzzle, multiple times.
Do you get faster with? Okay.
Yeah. As you learn the image, you get a lot faster. And so, you learn the muscle memory of how fast you have to be going to get certain times.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, and I think too it gives people a good measure of like whether they are kind of progressing, and a lot of people will try different strategies. So they'll do a puzzle one way, they maybe set it aside for 6 months so they kind of don't think about it, aren't as familiar, pull it out again and try a different strategy with it. A lot of people will really track like what their times are, their strategies on things, and so they kind of learn what their strengths are. So I would imagine it's somewhat similar, to cubing,
Yeah, for
figuring out
sure.
what you're good at, right? And then trying to maximize those skills.
Are they listening to music, the people with headphones, or?
Yeah, usually. I hope so. I hope they're not listening to us because I don't want to throw anybody off. But yeah, for the most part, I think everybody's listening to whatever works well for them to kind of stay focused.
Yeah, most people do music without lyrics, is what I've heard.
Yeah, because we do have a rule that no singing allowed. So you don't want to be singing along just because we don't want it to be distracting for anybody around them. But I'm going to be so curious for you to get to experience pairs and teams because it's such a different vibe because you have, people talking. It's a lot more chatter, it's a little more boisterous because it's people working together on it. So what would you say is that the thing you're excited about is to
excited.
try that?
Yeah, I'm excited to meet someone new and be a partner and hopefully finish the puzzle.
Yeah, if you get a good partner, you'll do it for
Yep.
sure. Yeah.
What's the time limit? 75 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. 75 minutes for the pair puzzles.
But it
And
goes way faster.
it's a 1,000
if you
piece
have two
puzzle?
people.
No, only 500.
Oh,
yeah,
that was
yeah,
good.
yeah. You'll be all
You'll
right.
be great.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Oh, I love these close-ups of
I do
seeing what
too.
the actual pieces look like.
Right?
Because sometimes you look at it on the box and you're like, oh, I would definitely have start there, and then
Yep.
you look at the pieces and you're like, oh, never mind.
No, 100%. Looking at the pieces makes a big difference when you see them all out on the table as to what actually stands out. Because something might look different in an image slightly, or yeah.
Yeah, and those busy areas might have been even busier than I thought.
It's
Looking at the close-up of the pieces.
It's a lot of little tiny lines. Yeah, they're not super distinct maybe because of how tiny the lines are. So you said you think your other puzzle was way easier than this one.
Yes.
Would you have approached the sky, the buildings, the bottom?
I would have done the edges of the sky
Yeah.
because the other puzzle, I did the sky first, the same, but I only finished one row and I couldn't figure out the bottom. So there I just made random grass areas. Like here I would
Yeah.
start the sky and
well,
do the
that
grass.
counts. Any
Yeah,
pieces
exactly.
you put together
any-
counts.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, knowing that rule, I just assembling random pieces.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to approach it. If you don't think you're going to finish the puzzle, we count anything that's connected to another piece. So that all counts towards your final count.
Yep.
But look at Shay go there. Shay is really cooking. But I mean, Dawn right next to her also doing really well. I think they're very evenly matched right now.
And I was thinking that when I was puzzling just now, I was like, even if I get really stuck on this one section, if I can find a random piece that goes somewhere else, as long as I'm putting in pieces, I'm making progress.
I'm noticing too, so Shay's doing something that I think
Oh,
controversial.
oh, oh.
Putting pieces on the puzzle to be able to work from. And we saw Sammy Brownlow in the round right before this. She put them on a tray, and then the tray's in the middle that she
Yep.
can kind of work from because then she has the white background. I don't like putting them on the puzzle because then I can't distinguish them quite as well. But I mean, it is a really good idea though in that it keeps the puzzles closer to the area you're working, so you're not having to look all over the table to find those pieces. It's
And
just
also,
a
if they're pieces you've touched before and you
Right.
know you want to look for something that you've already seen, now you know where to look.
Exactly. So I do think that works really well for some people. So this is interesting. We're seeing Grayson, who's right next to Jean Reuter. They're right on the right
Wow.
as Grayson. And
Oh my
Grayson's
gosh,
getting
so
close.
fast.
Yeah, they're
So
doing
fast.
great. They are doing fantastic. And
Yeah, just-
Grayson's hands move so fast.
Just like we said, that part at the bottom, kind of between the grass and the top of the buildings, is where everyone pretty
Yep.
much seems to be ending.
Yep, I think so. And Grayson did really well at last year's nationals, coming in first in their prelim round, I believe. So we'll see if that happens again. Did Grayson come in
No.
first? No, was it
'Cause
second?
I just edited
Oh,
the
you're
video.
right. I bet it was second. I think it was because I just remember we hadn't seen Grayson before
Yep.
at a nationals, and they did really well in their prelim.
Yep.
But yes, you tell me because you did the
Oh,
recap.
I mean, don't ask me to.
I won't put you on the spot. Sorry, Karen.
Go
It's
back.
hard to keep track of all these stats.
For everyone watching, go back and watch the recap, and then you'll know.
Exactly. I don't have it in front of me. Sorry, everybody. I know they did really well, though, in placing in the top of their prelims. So,
Yeah, I
we're
mean,
getting
look at this.
close.
It's just
Yeah.
tiny little sections
Yeah.
that are left.
Wow.
So we might be almost exactly the same. So what was it before?
it was around 36:28, I think, for Kelly Walters' finish in the last prelim.
Oh my
and I
God,
think
it
you're
could
right.
be
It's
the
gonna
exact
be
same time.
time.
Oh my gosh.
This is crazy.
This is so exciting.
This is really exciting if it
Go,
ends up being
go,
the same.
go. Put in those pieces faster.
Oh my
You got
gosh.
this. You got this.
Totally have this.
Okay, yeah, because every single piece you pick up now is going to go in.
Yes, exactly. Oh gosh, look at that.
Everything
If this
connects.
is the same exact
Oh my
time,
God. Oh my God.
so crazy. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
What?
1 second.
Might have been 1 second difference. Congratulations, Grayson. That's fantastic. That was like
That's
36:27 or something, yeah. Oh, well, actually,
Oh,
5 second
we had-
difference.
yeah.
It could be 32. Sorry about that, everybody.
But so close. I mean,
close.
essentially the same.
And then we just got another finisher.
Oh. Who was that?
Shay, I think. Oh, no, not
Oh.
yet. Did somebody else finish? I didn't see it. We heard clapping, so I thought that meant somebody else finished.
Maybe it was just the second round for
Maybe.
Grayson.
Maybe.
Oh, that's so exciting.
That's very exciting. I can't believe how closely matched those two puzzles are. That's nuts.
Yeah. Oh, those are great choices then from the organizers.
I mean,
I love to see that. Like basically the
Thanks.
same difficulty.
thanks. I didn't necessarily think it was going to go that way, so this is very exciting.
How did
Oh,
you
here we
determine
go.
the puzzle?
Here we go.
What
Oh,
was
piece
that?
on the floor.
Oh, piece on the floor.
There we
There we
go.
go. Nice. Not much. I mean, we had about a 3-minute gap between Kelly's finish and the second place in the last round, and
Yep.
that's more like a minute on that one.
Yep. Yeah, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
I will say at the beginning of the last one, I forgot about this. I almost left 2 pieces in the bag. Getting the pieces out of the bag was like a thing, like a whole thing.
Did you make that mistake? Timmy, did you
I
get them all
dropped
out?
pieces on the floor.
Oh, did you?
And I thought it was hers, like my partner.
Oh, right,
was
yeah.
next to me. And then she picked it up and it's like, oh, I think this is yours because she missed a piece too.
Oh, really?
It's one of the hazards of
Yeah.
speed puzzling.
It is. It's something that happens all the time. We saw a lot of people at the end being like in the bag, and they're in the bag, and yeah, it happens a lot.
And just another shout out to the Shandling shim, which
Right.
was William Shandling's invention of putting a yellow Post-it underneath a piece on the floor so it stays where it is, but everyone walking around, the judges, aren't going to step on it or kick it.
Yep. And we do that because judges in the past would like pick it up, but then you might put it on the wrong table,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
it's like you're sabotaging someone. So we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So we just leave them there, and we let them discover it at the end if they're missing something, and then looking. Okay. So
Oh,
we're
I
gonna have
love
a
this
little-
progress. That looks
Yeah,
so cool.
It does.
This is like modern art.
I know. That's really cool. Oh, this is great. I wonder if this is going to be one of those rounds again where we just see like a bunch of finishers all at the same time.
Yep.
Because as we're looking around, I just feel like you're seeing a lot of people with those kind of same areas left.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, people are working from the bottom up and then the top down, and then it's
Yep.
just all that messy stuff in the middle.
Yep, exactly. So there we're seeing Mari Black on the right with Shay Birkin on the left.
Oh, that's
Oh,
when you're
okay.
still working and the person next to you is already putting it away.
No, right? Did the person next to you finish?
Yes,
Timmy?
but
Oh,
like
yeah.
3 minutes to spare.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, that's exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah, I was like, yes.
Did you stop to like clap for them, or did
I
you
did.
just
I
keep
did.
going? Oh,
no,
you
I
did.
clapped. I probably just threw in the white towel. 15 minutes left, and
I like that though. I feel like that is the type of community here. It's like everybody's like woo when somebody
Yep.
wins. Like they aren't like just keep going. They like puzzle and cheer for
Yeah.
other people. I'm going to be interested. We're going to maybe have to have you back towards the end of the weekend to get your kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
overall
recap. Yeah.
reflection, like recap as a newcomer to the sport. I would love to hear like what you think of everything, and I just hope you have a fantastic weekend
Yeah,
and that
for
you
sure.
enjoy yourself here. And we're going to all be watching for your whatever you post after. It'll
yeah,
be great.
I have a lot of video plans.
Oh, great.
I have a long form plan.
All right. Well, where can people find you?
Soup Timmy
Yeah. So YouTube.
on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest.
all the things.
Everywhere.
Great. Well, thank you so much for
thank
stopping
you for
by.
having me.
Yeah, we're so excited, and we'll check in with you later this weekend.
All right. Good
All
luck,
right.
guys.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, so we're just passing 40 minutes now. I mean, which is still such a solid time.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, most people would be
know.
thrilled to do a puzzle in know
Right.
the 40 minutes.
Exactly. This is exciting. So I
Oh,
do want to
here's-
get. Yeah,
Mari's just
almost
about to
there.
finish.
Mari's one of those that when you watch her hands, you're like, "Is that fast motion? What is happening?" Mari and Grayson just have incredible dexterity.
Yep.
There we go.
Nice. I mean, the person next to me, Sky, in the first round,
Yeah.
I could just hear her moving so fast.
Really? I felt evenly matched, you and Sky. Like when we were watching for a long time, it
Yeah.
was like you were very even.
Oh, I mean, I'll be curious to go back and watch.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I slowed down a little bit at the end.
I don't know. I mean, maybe because I felt like it did seem like you were pretty close for a long time. But this is fascinating. So Mari has had a big win recently at St. Paul Winter Carnival, which is
Yep.
probably one of the other. It is the other biggest competition in the U.S. And she won the individual at that, which I was really happy for her. We're going to welcome over Grayson here in a moment to join us and tell us about their win in the prelim. Yeah, you can just hang it right there. Okay, so excited.
Congratulations.
Welcoming Grayson
Thank
to
you.
the table, and congratulations. Yeah. Tell us how it went.
This was like the best puzzle I could have possibly gotten.
Really?
Honestly. I love a gradient and I love a sky gradient, so working the sky down was really nice. And then all of the buildings have a very slightly different texture to them. And and I feel like I'm good at like picking out the different patterns. So being able to pick out I'm good at distinguishing patterns, so I could separate all the different buildings. I could be like, oh, this one's this building. Oh, this
Yep.
one's this building.
Yeah, that's what we were saying, or what we predicted, is that the buildings would be okay. How was this middle part where it gets
The
really
middle
busy?
part was annoying, but I got the yellow bar was nice, and then this piece, the row above it, has a lot of like the railing or something.
Yep.
I'm not sure actually what.
It's like I don't know if it's like the underside of the bridge, kind of, or
I don't know. Yeah, I don't
or
know
the
what
railing, or
the
that.
railing or the.
Yeah. The, like,
But it's
cover-
all got
yeah.
a green tint to it, so I was down to a few enough pieces that I could just pull those. I liked this. This was just like the
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tree
bushes,
down in the
grass,
corner.
the
Yeah, the nice
trees.
white tree in the corner. Yep.
Yeah, I mean the middle part was like annoying, but being able to break it up into sections was all right.
And so how were you feeling as you got right down to the end?
Nervous, still am.
I was gonna say you look like you're still shaking a little bit. Like it's like oh.
Trying not to, but
I mean, people watching at home don't even know how much adrenaline
Oh,
you
so
feel,
much.
especially if you're, a front runner and nobody else has cheered and you're about to finish.
no, because last year I got second in my prelim, and Alice finished like 5 minutes ahead.
Oh, yeah.
So there was already, I was like, okay, the pressure felt like it was a little bit off.
Yeah.
But then this year I was like, oh, no one's done.
Yeah.
The pressure is on.
It just mounts. You can like feel it mounting and like rising in your body, like the stress of like, oh no, somebody could finish any second. I've only got like 10 left.
And I've only
you
got
know?
a couple pieces, but I don't know
Right?
where anyone else is.
Right?
Yeah, that's the thing is you can't look at anyone else's because those are
Right.
Yeah.
precious seconds.
Can't spend that time. No.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So is cityscape something you typically like, or was it just this one in particular works well for you?
I like cityscapes that have as little city as possible. Like, sometimes the buildings are okay. It depends on the puzzle. I love the sky. This lower part, the lower, like, the bottom quarter wasn't too bad. And then the top half, like, was pretty good. And then it was just that middle stripe that was a little annoying to deal with, but workable.
Yeah. Was the gradient just like bam, bam,
Yeah.
bam? Yeah. That's always a
It
nice
was-
feeling.
It wasn't quite like row by row, but pretty close to being able to pull top row. Like, obviously the top is the edge, but then being able to pull the next row and the next row and the next row.
Yeah,
It's really
we
nice.
saw a great shot from the overhead of you just pulling all the sky pieces towards you.
Oh yeah, it was so great. It was like all of a sudden whoosh, and we were all like, "Oh, that was nice. That was a good move."
because I don't do edge pieces first usually. I will pick something and I'll sort out something. So being able to sort out like the whole sky was really nice.
Oh, we got another finisher
Oh,
here.
fantastic! At table 11, Caitlin McCluskey, nice. Sorry, okay, sorry. Continue.
No, I just like this puzzle.
Oh, good. I'm
I like
glad
this
you
one.
like it. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, both of them so far have been winners.
And it was also just a very fast puzzle.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, your time was almost exactly the same as Kelly from the first
Yes.
round.
Yeah, what'd she get?
So I think I don't have it officially right in front of me, but it was around 36:28, I think, and yours was like 36:32. We think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
literally
almost
seconds
exactly.
apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to try the other pre
Yeah.
puzzle.
Oh, I'm so excited to do this one too.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited to do the other one though.
Yeah. I was just going to ask, are you going to do a bunch more puzzling today, or are you trying to kind of stay fresh for competitions? What's your plan?
I'm doing everything.
Are you?
So I'll be in the puzzle chess thing later. And then I've run a couple of the sprint ones that were downstairs.
Nice.
Those have been fun.
Okay, good. Shopping.
Yeah.
And
Planning to go home with an extra suitcase?
And
We
what,
drove actually,
Oh,
so
goodness.
there's all kinds of space.
and what are your plans for pairs and teams tomorrow? Who are you with?
I'm with Sammy.
Oh,
Huh?
With
who finished?
Just finished. Somebody.
Sorry, not to cut
Sorry,
you off.
guys. Sorry.
Good.
Oh, here, Jean finished.
Oh, Jean finished. Congrats, Jean. Yay.
And it looks like Lauren is just about to finish as well.
So this does make me feel like this puzzle's a little harder, because with Jean and Lauren finishing around 47, that's like a little, like, I would have expected, like, I think they can do puzzles faster than that. So it's maybe something that wasn't quite in their wheelhouse in terms of their strength, right?
I think the city, the
the
buildings
city part
are
bogs you down a bit.
really annoying.
Mm.
Like, I found them to be probably the hardest part of it. Was
Wow.
like the actual buildings.
I mean, last year you had the flowers. This year you had the city. Every competition needs something that's a little annoying.
I didn't mind the flowers last year.
Yes, thank you, Grayson, for saying that.
I might have been the only one, but I
could be.
liked the one with the border. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, we talked about that one earlier, and I was like, Karen, cherry blossoms. This, she's
Big
like,
fan.
this.
Yeah. Oh,
This
by
is
far.
better.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is better.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like the cherry blossoms.
I kind of feel like probably people would love this even more if it was just sort of like, oh, let's just have the gradient go down 2/3 of the puzzle, and then the sky right, or the city right at the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, people love a gradient. I think there was some guessing in the chat earlier. Will we ever get just a pure gradient puzzle in a
I
competition?
would love that so much.
Really?
I would love that too. Me and you, we're going to race a gradient.
I've done a
I'm
couple of like
taking notes.
just gradient puzzles that were really good.
Yep.
Oh, I love a gradient as well. Like the crypt gradient is my all-time
It's
favorite.
one of my
Oh,
favorite puzzles.
So fun.
It's absolute favorite, all-timer. Oh, and here we got, I can't tell who this is. Is this Simi? I think it's Simi.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, you
exciting.
can see there's just like tiny little
Yeah,
spots
it's
left.
just in the
Yeah.
buildings again.
Yeah, and it is those blue buildings where they're maybe the most similar kind of looking.
Yeah, the blue into the more kind of more tan buildings are probably Yeah, they
Ooh, the
probably all
overs.
look
I like the
Oh,
overhead
this
shot.
is nice because, yeah, look at how
Oh.
they're very close.
very evenly matched.
Yeah.
They have almost the same pieces
Yeah,
left.
that's Simi Berman and Ben Weissman there. So they're very closely matched. Okay, here we got Jamie on the right. Looks like they're going to finish right now.
Ah, there we go.
Nice.
Nice. I love that
Jamie
sigh of relief
Marzican.
when someone finishes.
Yeah. Oh, is Ben going to, who's going to win between Simi and Ben?
Oh,
It's gonna be
almost
so
a
close.
tie. Oh my
It's
gosh.
going to be a tie. That would be
Oh my gosh.
amazing.
Literally a tie. That's
that-
amazing.
Wasn't exactly. It looked like it. Oh, looked exactly like it. That's amazing. Nice job, Heather, with assigning people to tables. What were you going to say? Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is great.
Oh, sorry, I cut you off before. So who's your pair and who's your
Yes.
team?
Oh, that's what I
I'm-
was getting at. Yeah.
I'm paired with Sammy Brownlow. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
We got to practice once or twice. And we've got, for team, I'm with Kelly Walter and the Reuters.
Oh, well.
Oh my gosh. What?
All
I'm
right.
a little nervous actually, because like we're from like opposite sides of the
Yeah.
country, so we haven't gotten to practice yet. We're hoping to get a chance to this afternoon, but we'll see.
I mean, we're going to see you right here at table one again, most likely.
I was just going to say, I think we'll be seeing a lot of you this weekend. Well, that's exciting. Kelly Walter, the Reuters. How does that come together? Who started that?
I don't actually know.
Did you get recruited? How did this happen?
Somebody texted me and was like, "Oh, can I give the Reuters your number? They were looking for people for their team." And I was like, "Sure, okay." And they were like, "Hey, do you want to be a team?" And they were like, "We have to find a fourth still, but we'll find somebody."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, we got Kelly Walter." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll take it."
That's a dream team right there, I think. That's pretty fantastic. I wish I could get a call like that. Do you want to team up with, the national champion and other former national champions?
Do you want to come play basketball with Michael Jordan and golf with Tiger Woods? And
Exactly.
It's a little intimidating, but
Hey, you have nothing to be intimidated about. You're doing amazing, and we're super excited for you. And we're gonna let you go, so you can go enjoy yourself and mellow out now. But thank you so much for coming over.
yeah.
Best of luck throughout the
Thanks for
rest of the
chatting.
weekend. Yeah. Do you have socials you want to give
I
a shout out,
don't.
or you don't? Okay.
I don't.
All right. Well, you'll just have to tune in to catch more of Grayson throughout the weekend. We'll probably have you back here at some point. We'll
We
see.
shall see.
All right. Good luck.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
all right, so we're at 51 minutes, so we have
Yeah.
another 40 minutes to go.
Which seems crazy because I do feel like we've just had a lot of finishers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we're going to have another guest soon. Popping over to the table.
Can I see if
I was going to say, can you see results?
I'm gonna try to
My
load
stuff
them.
is loading very slowly. Everybody out there in the world is just trying to look at results right now.
Oh, okay, I have them pulled up.
Oh, great.
So as of what's been added, we have the top 15,
Okay.
which is everyone up to 50 minutes is in the top
Nice.
15.
Wow. So we have a guest at the table, everyone, and we are joined by Mari Black. Congratulations, Mari.
Thank you. Hi, friends.
Yeah, thanks for coming over. And so you got third in that round. How are you feeling?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah. For me, of the whole weekend, the solo prelims are the toughest. They don't it's so hard to wait to puzzle. So I'm so happy that I was in B. My
Done.
heart goes out to C's and D's because waiting is the worst. So just getting onto the floor, getting onto the table, settling into the space. So my prelim goal is always to calm down, just chill and have a good time. And if I do that, I'm good for the rest of the weekend. So.
And so what did you think of the puzzle?
It's so pretty, isn't it? Like it came out, and we always talk about the gasp, right? Like
Yep.
it was like, oh, all right. So, very, very nice colors. It's nice to have the top is all the gradient people, right?
Yep.
And then you've got the busy people in the middle, and then the structural people on the bottom with the grass and the highway. So there's something for everyone.
Right?
I'd love to hear how you break puzzles down. Like looking at
Yes.
this technically, like what else do you see?
Oh, there's so much to see here. It's actually a really interesting one. So I like big chunks of things. I actually went for the trees first because I'm a big fan of I think a lot of times we get scared of a genre of something like, oh, fur is scary or trees are scary. But sometimes it's like the most consolidated part of the puzzle. And so I'm not usually like a foliage person if you give me, 700 pieces of it. But if you give me 20, I'm like, oh yeah, let's do that. So I started in the bottom and I put in the yellow line of the overpass and the trees. I actually jumped around a lot here. I went up to the gradient. With gradients, we look for, I call them hot centers and cool centers.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Yeah.
The hot center here is not good because it's split. The yellow is on either side of those buildings. So if you want to attack the gradient, probably the way to do this, at least in my opinion, is cool first and kind of work your way down.
I mean, could you also just say darkest to lightest? It's in this one. It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think hots and cools more than darks and lights because I think a lot of times you get stuck under glare and then darks and lights are hard to
interesting.
tell. So saturation is really a useful tool for me. And then there's like that little bit of the pale purple on the other side that's kind of fun. It's like its own stab. We call it a fingers gradient when they kind of
Start to meld.
and like interchange. So it's a fun. It's not a straightforward gradient at all. And then
Well, it's kind of like half and half because like this part, I mean, the top is kind of straightforward, and then at the bottom, it all kind of
exactly
melts
right.
together.
Yeah, you get 2 rows of a straight line gradient, and then you're into the fingers, and then the much more saturated side on the left and the much paler side on the right.
It's a nice
So-
pickup.
Oh yeah, go Melissa, well
It's a
done.
nice pickup. Yeah, I mean, I do feel like you're right. It's a puzzle that has a little bit of fun for everyone. I'm glad you said overpass. I kept calling it a bridge, and then I'm like, overpass, that's the word I was looking for. No, I mean, it kind of, I mean, both, right?
Yeah, I was going to say,
Overpass is still a
overpass
bridge.
is a bridge, right?
But no, it is. But I just was like looking for that word all through this round, and then you said it. I'm like, that's the word I've been looking for. But yeah, I do love that. Like we talked about that yellow line of being just kind of a nice demarcation, almost of like it gives you something to work on.
Yeah.
So you didn't feel like there was ever anything where you were like, oh, what do I do next? It was just sort of like pretty straightforward.
No, I mean, I certainly got to the what do I do now point with each section, but then it's like, oh, I will now go to this section. So I think this is a good puzzle to jump around a lot because there is so much to do. Each section is big, right? That's a lot of buildings, and it's a lot of sky. So, you give yourself a break from one section, then you come back and you see fresh things. Like, I'm not a great gradient person, and I know that. So it's like I'm going to chew through the bits that I see, and then I'm going away. And then I come back and I do the next row, and my eyes have adjusted. So what wasn't reading as darker before then does after I take a break.
Right.
So.
I also think just for people playing along at home, this would be a great pairs puzzle.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's so easy to divide up.
Right. I do think like there's conversation around that because a lot of times we're looking at all these different images and then we're trying to figure out where do we put what.
Yep.
And that comes into play. We think about that like, oh man, that would be great for pairs because you could just split it in half.
Okay, okay.
But
well, that's interesting though because it could be. It looks like a split, but the problem is that gradient is going to be so much faster,
right?
And it's a tough skyline. So doing that upside down might come to the bottom person. So this puzzle, even though there's a lot of both, this is what I would describe as being bottom heavy. Not only in terms of the piece count, but in terms of that it's going to be slow. So whoever's upside down on the sky would have to think about where are they going when they're out of this because they're going to beat the bottom person out. And pairs do not have to be top and bottom. Side-by-side pairs, this would actually be quite tricky, a game of Twister, because you're reaching across.
Because you're not going to know necessarily one pieces are going to look similar whether it's right or left side. So you're right. Yeah, that would bog a person down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone at home, go get this puzzle.
Yeah.
Try it as a pair and let us know how it goes.
Yeah, and try it top and bottom pair and also side-by-side pair and let us know how it goes. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember from what we saw, but I remember you did the edge first. You like to do an edge first.
Yeah, I do these days. I go in and out.
Okay. And Karen talked about it. It's her method of previewing the puzzle.
Yes.
Yeah, I call it getting to know the puzzle.
Absolutely.
Getting to know the puzzle.
It's a good time to do research for sure.
Yep. Because, if something is way harder than you thought, you're like, okay, maybe I won't start there. I'm going to go do the section that was super fast.
Yeah. I also use it a lot of times for spacing. Like if there's something that I don't know how far it's going to leak out, I like to have that boundary.
Yeah.
And I think for this one, though, some people have, but most of what we've seen aren't a lot of floating islands. Everything is kind of connecting to each other.
Yeah, and everybody's kind of working towards the middle, right, I'd imagine?
Yeah. And, working out from the edge with this line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think, like this puzzle versus puzzle in the last round?
Oh, man. So you're asking the person who always infuriates other people, like, what favorite puzzle do you like? I'm like, I don't.
I
have a
know,
favorite.
yeah. I heard you on Peace
Oh,
Talks.
no, poor
where you-
Rob. Poor
you were
Rob.
like, I refuse to play this game.
No,
Rob.
I just
I'm not
broke his
answering."
game. I broke his game. I'm a
I
bad
found
person.
it incredibly charming and I loved it, so no apologies necessary.
No, I work hard because the puzzle doesn't care if you like it or not. And so when I sit down at a puzzle for the next, and then I say a time that I would really like to have for the next 32 minutes, this is my favorite puzzle. But actually, both this round and the last one, I would have been happy to do either of them. They're nice colors. There's something for everybody in them. I think I was peeking in the boxes of some round A puzzles. I did not go and do it because I knew I was here. I'm like, save it for later. But it looked to be much brighter on the image than on the pieces, which is something we see a lot. And so I was curious with this one, because it's so bright on the box, would the pieces read as bright? And the answer for this round is yes, those pieces do read that bright. So I think the people who like brighter colors would probably prefer B, and the people who like more muted or flat colors would prefer A. I'm happy to go either way. I can't wait to try A.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't wait to try this one.
I'm like, that's a Karen Sky.
Yeah.
Classic.
I was excited knowing that you were going to be
Oh, yeah.
hosting this round and looking at this puzzle because I was like, oh, Karen's going to wish that was her puzzle.
Or at least have a lot of very nice things to say about
Yep.
it.
Yes, exactly. I did really enjoy your episode of Peace Talks, Mari. I thought like you just had so many great insights into the mental game of coming into speed puzzling because that is a big piece of it, right? Everybody who sits here talks about this is the stressful part, the individual rounds. What advice do you have for people as far as helping to handle some of that stress or just ways of thinking about it
Yeah.
that can be more positive and
Yeah, I think I have advice to all of us as a community, and that is that we stop thinking about our puzzlers in rank. There is no way in the modern speed puzzling with everybody getting so good and it being people specializing so much and you never know what image you're going to get and the times are so tight. Places can be the difference of who got 2 more pieces dumped upside down in their box. It's just so not in your control, which means it's ridiculous to say, oh, you are the number 1 puzzle and you're the number 6 puzzler and you're the number 30 puzzler.
That's Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah.
So we're not a sport that it's appropriate to rank in order. What we should be using is a tier system, is like, these are the people who are in this bracket and I'm in this time bracket. And then you can always be working on moving up a bracket of 5 minutes or so, however we want to do it. And then we're always, we're racing only 2 things in reality. It's ourselves and the clock, and everybody else is just there for company. So I think if our ranking systems reflect that philosophy, it's easier for us to remember it on the floor. So I would love to see us as a community start talking about it more in that way and start doing our math that way. And, like you can be 1 on the day, but everybody knows who the top 30 puzzlers are. We don't know what order they're going to go in.
Yep.
We really don't.
Yep.
And we shouldn't, because we don't know what the puzzle is. The only way we can know what order they're going to go in if we see the image.
I mean, I will say when Michaela was actually the one who took down my time and she showed me it and it was 49 something and it was like, oh my gosh, under 50 minutes, that's all I wanted.
Yeah,
I'm thrilled with that.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters.
Beating the clock is the best,
Right?
It's the best.
Yeah.
So I think, if we move that way as a community, that's going to be great. And then as individuals, there's something, I'm a professional musician and I'm a career competitor there and have done world championships, everything. And my mom is...
Instrument,
Yes.
in case people don't know.
Yes, with a violin. With a violin.
yes.
Yes. You won't find it on any sports network. But my mom was my head coach for, she still is. And she would always say to me from when I was very, very little, before I would go on stage, she would say, remember, if you win today, you are not a better violinist than you are right here this second. And if you come in dead last, you are not a worse violinist than what you did just here. And it's really easy when there's a rank on the line to think that that's your identity. and I say this as somebody who just tanked their JPAR, so, a little while ago. But hey, I'm not a different puzzler than I was before somebody did some math that I don't know about. So you have to know who you are as a puzzler and keep racing yourself and keep racing the clock.
Yep.
And that's where you keep the fun in the sport, I think.
Yep.
Lest we forget what we're doing here is literally a children's game.
Yeah.
As I say to
It's
myself all
supposed
the
to be
time.
fun.
It is supposed to be fun.
It is.
And
That's true.
The puzzling is so much fun.
We do joke a lot that whenever I talk to somebody who's never heard of speed puzzling, I'm like, well, we took that thing that's really relaxing and we made it super stressful.
Because why not?
Why not? Just add a stress element to this thing that gives us a nice dopamine relaxing vibe.
So funny.
But yeah, no, I love that attitude about it. Like when you said that, I was like, I got to get Mari on because I want her to talk about that because I just love that approach and that mentality because I think if everybody was coming in that way, it would take a level of that stress off of themselves potentially.
Yeah. Because the stress runs counter to who we identify as a community.
Right.
We identify as really welcoming and fun and supportive, but then you put like the rankings are on the line and you've this average and so, and we start doing that, and it's like we're not walking the walk if we do that, even though it's fun to do stats and things like that, but how you express it is really important. We should express it like what it is, which is, beat the clock, man.
Right, yeah. I will say, it's such a funny thing, though, because it's a real, like, kind of, I don't know what the right word I'm looking for, because this is also a community that loves stats.
Yes. But stats, we can have all the stats in the world without pitting each other against each other, right? We can actually have more stats.
Right.
If we do things besides 1, 2, 3, we can do, pieces per minute. We can do pieces per minute on certain parts. We can do what percentage of the puzzle do people know the cut well. We can do how many of these puzzles have they done like this. Like, there's so many cool stats we can do. We can have so much more fun than 1, 2, 3.
Exactly. Well, and it's an interesting thing when you point out just the sort of the rankings they don't tell the whole story, right?
Oh, no.
Because if we were in this room and we suddenly pulled out an entirely new cut of Ravensburger, and it was like, they were like, guess what, everybody, we're debuting a random cut for the first time. The order of things in this room would change completely, right?
And instantly.
That's honestly my dream.
It's my dream too.
I would love to be in an event just like this, and then we open it up, and it's a brand new cut that no one's ever seen before.
That's what happened to me at Winter Carnival.
All right,
I was
we'll get
so
right on
excited. So excited. Yeah, something we've never seen because we've done a few of these.
Right? Exactly. No, I do think you just make so many great, but all these people in the chat are great. They're just like great analysis, great mindset, love this, like super, I just think that's such a great way to think about things. Because, we want people to have fun here. We don't want them to come in and be like, oh my God, this weekend was so stressful.
No.
It's like, please no.
And also, like, it's fun to be adrenalized, right? It's fun to go fast. It's fun to feel your body going, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's why we're in this. If we didn't like that part, we'd be casual puzzlers, right? We'd be real normal people.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think we're all adrenaline junkies as well as puzzle lovers. But again, it's about yourself and the clock. It's not about a ranking at, oh, did I make it? And no, I didn't. Like, you don't want to come off the floor and, like, burst into tears. I've done that too many times. This is supposed to be my hobby. I compete professionally in other things. Like, come on. I don't want to leave the floor in tears. I want to leave the floor going, okay.
Yeah. We did something new this year. So we make like the signs people hold up at the, photo booths and that kind of stuff. And this year, instead of making one that like said first, second, whatever it is, we just made one that said I finished the puzzle.
That's the thing.
For me, it's like that's the main goal of probably 90% of the people in this room. It's just like, I just hope I finish it. Like that would be so great. And so, that's the thing. We want to encourage people. If you're watching this and you're like, well, I could never do that because I'm not good enough or whatever. It's like, no, that's not the goal. Like the goal is to come and be in a room with 200 other people that love jigsaw puzzles as much as you do.
Yeah.
And like can't wait to do a new one that's never been seen before and be like, I get to take that home with me. I love puzzles. That's really what it's about.
And also, even if this, hour and a half is a little stressful, we have the entire rest of the weekend to just, do puzzles for fun, go to the convention, hang out with people.
I ask everybody, are you going to do another puzzle today? Or are you going to try to stay fresh? But I think we'd all be lying if we were like, I'm not going to do another puzzle today.
Gosh. Yeah. I have to be careful because I'm recovering from a concussion, so I'm keeping.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, it's been all season. I got it the week after I got back from Worlds. Great timing.
No.
So one of the worst things still for me is in moving my eyes quickly, tracking back and forth, which is the sport of puzzle chess, which I love. And I'm going to go do this afternoon, but I have to sit there and be like, oh, I just need to, like, my goal needs to be to lose at puzzle chess. So I get to play puzzle chess and I don't anger my head. So that's my strategy.
Okay, well, we hope that goes well for you.
I think it's going to go great.
About this because I'm like, wait, you competed at Winter Carnival. And
I did.
Congrats, lady, because you won that thing.
Oh, thank you.
And that was a big field of competitors, and I was so happy for you to get to come in first and at an event with different puzzles, not Ravensburgers.
Yeah.
I mean, that must have been really fun.
It was.
But I didn't know you were concussed.
It was my first day out with a new brain. That was my first event
gosh.
in person. So with that, so it was really fun.
Yeah. Well, we're so excited to watch you the rest of the weekend.
Excited to watch you guys. We get to watch you more than you get to watch us if you do the stats.
Okay, wait. I have one more question for you.
Yep.
When are we going to get a competition with you providing the soundtrack?
Oh my God.
Live on violin.
Oh, live.
Oh, wow.
Live.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
This is interesting what you're talking about here.
Give us a score.
I've never even thought about this because it's so funny when I travel for puzzle events. It's the only time I ever go anywhere that I don't have a violin. So I'm always like, where is it? Oh no, where did I bring it? We'll have to think about this.
I think you also have to let us know when we can catch you at one of these violin competitions. Do they live stream those, Mari?
Some of them they do. I compete like off the record. The professional level, usually we won't announce it until it's over. And I'm doing a lot more judging these days, which is
really?
fun.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get to, that's much more fun because
Yeah.
you get to listen to everybody else's recitals. But mostly I'm performing with the trio. But
Okay.
So I'm always excited when the puzzle events are not scheduled during my tour because then I can play hooky and come play with you guys.
Well, I told Jim in our last live stream, he was just here for Prelim A, and Jim Eakins, nerd_puzzle, is Mari's partner, and he was here, and I was telling him, I listened to your Peace Talks episode, and I was like, Jim, you got to watch out. You got a competitor in your house for commentary here, because I feel like Mari getting in on the game, doing a little EJJ live stream commentary.
It was so much fun.
And you are great at this, so, if you decide you don't want to be out there and you want to co-host sometime, just, give me a heads up.
I would love to do that. You got to tell me that there's going to be a real puzzle that's going to hate me. I won't hate it because it's my friend for 32 minutes. Of course. But if you get a whiff of a puzzle that is going to hate me, let me know. I'll pass and I'll come hang out with you.
Well, I thought about it this year, but then I was like, I'm going to talk to Mari anyway because I had a feeling you might do well and end up at the table in a different capacity.
Well.
So, but yeah, you just bring so much great insight, and we love to hear it and see it. And just wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Thank you. Have fun, everybody. Some good finish is going to happen. Are we going to clear the floor on
I
this
feel
one?
bad. We haven't been really tracking finishes here. I hope everybody in the chat
there's a good
been
one.
paying attention.
So we're at an hour 11, so we have just under 20 minutes left.
But yes, thank you so much, Mari, for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
See you later.
Puzzle fast, everybody.
All right. I think we're going to go to the leaderboard here in a second from what I'm hearing. Oh, nope. Guess we're not. Okay. We'll stick with looking at puzzlers. But yeah, I've seen a ton of finishes, and we're looking around the room, and I'd say maybe about a third or a little over a third of the room, maybe, Karen?
I mean, I love a shot like this where you just see everyone lined up with the puzzle in front of them. And this one is so beautiful.
We're seeing a lot of mascots. We have Mari here just a second ago with her little Highland Coo mascot that we're used to seeing.
Yep.
And do you have a mascot? Karen?
I don't. I feel like I have enough stuff on the table already.
Well, maybe we're going to have to get you a mascot or something. I don't know. Okay, we're going to have another guest here, which is very exciting. We have the person who finished second in this round, Shay Burkett, joining us. So welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think, is this the first time you've been at the commentary table?
Yes, I've never done this before.
What?
Yes.
So, okay, how many competitions have you done?
I've done several online.
Okay.
I went to Worlds this last year, so that was my
Oh,
first
right,
real
okay.
big in-person competition. But this is my first nationals. This is really exciting.
Oh, very cool. Well, we love to see it. We love it when people are new to nationals
Yes.
and then they're here performing at a remarkable pace. So how did you feel about your performance in the puzzle? I mean, obviously you did really well. So what do you think?
I was so excited about it. Yeah, I was not expecting to get a sub 40 on it. I feel like landscapes can be a little tougher for that, but I was really excited with how it went.
And do you usually like gradients, or are you more of a busy person?
I like gradients a lot. So I did the sky first, and so I was really happy to see that good gradient sky. And I feel like it picked up really well, like on the actual puzzle image. On the box, I was a little like, oh, it looks like a lot of the same color, but it picked up really well on the image. So I really like that. I do like busy images as well. Buildings are a little bit tougher, so I was worried about that part. That's where I ended, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah.
And you were at a table with Dawn Rasmussen right next to
I
you,
was,
right?
yes.
So any catching her in the periphery, or were you able to stay pretty focused on what you were doing?
I think at the very beginning, I kept like glancing over, and then probably like maybe 5 minutes in, I was like, nope, I got to focus on my own puzzle. So I stopped looking over at the.
That
that
seems to
person
have
next to
worked.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you do to prepare for this, like this weekend? Did you do a ton of practicing? Were you doing a lot of competing? How are you getting ready?
Yeah, so I try to do at least a puzzle a day. When I have days off, like the weekend and stuff, I try to do multiple puzzles. I did a lot of Ravensburgers before now, but I also, have a lot of other puzzles that I like to do just to kind of break it up. So I'm not just doing Ravensburgers, just fun puzzles. So basically that's what I did to practice, and I've been doing the online contests like speedpuzzling.com just to kind of stay in that competition groove.
Sure. No, I think that's a great idea. I always think about, I can't remember who exactly had the quote, but it was just sort of like, if you want to get good at competitions, you need to compete a lot.
Yes,
and it's like,
absolutely.
obviously,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It gets you into the mentality. You kind of learn how to cope with jitters and all those kinds of things.
Exactly. I always still have a little bit of jitters when I start, and then when I'm ending again, I feel like I'm just so shaky, but it does really help to practice a lot of competitions just so you're not so like caught off guard by it.
Right? Were you thrown when you heard applause? Like, were you sort of, did that throw you off, or were you able to kind of just like keep focused?
I think I was able to keep focus, so I figured people were getting close to finishing, so I wasn't going to be surprised if there was applause, and so I think I was able to keep focus pretty well. At Worlds, the first time I did like that really big in-person competition, the applause definitely threw me off. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like so loud and so cool, but it definitely was something that can break your concentration.
But for this, you were only a minute behind first place.
Yeah, that's what I heard, so it's pretty cool. Yeah.
You didn't have far to go.
Exactly, yeah, so I think I was able to power through.
Yeah. Oh, and then we're seeing so many people getting it.
15 minutes left.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so
interestingly, I am seeing quite a few that have the yellow pieces at the end. Was that a section where those are just all really similar yellow pieces, so it's sort of hard to know where they go till the end?
They were a little similar. I definitely had pieces of that yellow sky that I was like, I know they go somewhere, and there's not that many spots left, but I don't know where, so I had to like kind of put them aside and move on. So it can be a little bit tricky, that yellow part of the sky.
I love that person's shirt, and I want to do that as a puzzle.
Oh yes, it's beautiful. I love cats.
That's awesome. And 2 cat mascots.
Yes.
Got a whole theme going on there.
I love it.
So is there a particular kind of puzzle that you feel is your strong suit?
I do
terms
like
of
busy
image?
puzzles, so I feel like if there's a lot of good places to like, oh, this has like this, kind of pattern or texture or whatever, it's, really good for me to have a lot of different like details on it. I do like photo and landscape puzzles, and so I know that that's not something that we see a lot of in the States, but I really like them, and so.
Oh, congratulations to that person. Another one that would finish with those few pieces of yellow.
Yeah.
So, in terms of your first nationals, what's your impression thus far?
It's been such a great experience. It's been so exciting. I've been looking forward to this weekend for so long, and so it's been really great so far. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Do you know a lot of people, or is it like you know them online and then you're like, I'm meeting them in person finally? Or
Yeah, that's kind of like that. So I met several of the U.S. puzzlers at Worlds, and so it's good to see them again.
sure.
And then there's a lot of people I'm like, oh, I remember watching them like last year and the year before, and so it's really cool to see everyone.
Are you doing pairs and teams? And
I am.
who are you competing with?
So I'm competing with my best friend for pairs, and so we're going to do that. And then my team is going to be a group from Texas. We have one person that's not from Texas, but it's some people from Texas that we are going to team
You
up
can
with.
say who they are.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Clarissa Long is my pairs partner. She's my friend. And then Melinda Schockler and then Christina Harwell, who competed in the previous round, are going to be on my team, as well as Megan Brucker-Hahn. She's
nice.
going to be on our team as well. She also competed in the first round.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
recognize that name. I remember
Yes.
seeing that person, I think, finish. So,
Yes, yeah, they all did great. They all moved on, I think, to the finals.
Nice.
So,
Oh, that's
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, we're
There's
coming
another
down to the
finish.
last 12
Yeah.
minutes now.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah,
good.
we've been seeing a lot of finishes.
A lot of finishes. It's going to be really interesting and that was something we noticed, is the times were similar
Yeah.
for this round and the previous round.
Yeah.
Like when you pulled this puzzle out, was your immediate thought that this was harder or easier? What was your thought on that?
I think it's just such a different puzzle. It depends on like your strong suits. And so I felt like with the gradient and then having a lot of differences with the buildings and like the grass on the bottom, that it could potentially still be about the same speed. But I know a lot of people really like the illustrations, and if that, plays to their strengths, then they're going to do really well on it. But I wasn't surprised that it was somewhat similar.
When you said you were doing a lot of puzzles, do you do a lot of like thousands on your own to practice, or do you stick with 500s?
Mostly 500s. I do enjoy doing 1,000-piece puzzles, but I don't speed puzzle them because I don't really enjoy that. It hurts my back, and then I'm like, oh, I just want to be done with this. And so I do those mostly just for fun.
I was going to say, I feel like that's your wheelhouse, Karen.
Me?
Yeah.
The big puzzles.
Yeah. Oh, I love them.
Yes.
So
I do love
fun.
the big puzzles.
I love watching your videos about doing the massive puzzles because I'm like, that is something I will never do. So this is the vicarious
Yeah.
experience.
Same. Yeah. I don't know how you do it. It's so
I
impressive.
don't know how you do it. It's like a feat of organization, really.
Yes.
I mean, I just love a big project like that. I like that honestly better than speeding.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. I don't know how. Yeah, I got a 3,000-piece Ravensburger for Christmas, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to do this over the holiday break kind of thing. Got it out, did all the easy parts, and then it was a sea of green. It's the forest dragon kind of one, and then I just was like, I'm out. I was like, I don't have the infinite patience that Karen has to sort various shades of green for 2 days. So I just was like, I'm putting this away, and maybe someday.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah. It's so
Do what you want to do.
Yeah. I'm always impressed when you're like, oh, it only took me like 4 hours to sort this puzzle. And I'm like, I would have been done before. It's amazing. Yeah.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
I
So
think
impressive.
that your ability to do that has to lend some like help for just being able to speed puzzle like you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just has to, because your brain is able to organize that much.
Yeah, I mean, so what I've said a lot recently is a lot of people start fairly slow. They might try to speed a puzzle, but do it in, 2 or 3 hours. And then as they practice, they get faster and faster and faster. I feel like I started at this level, and I have just stayed there the entire time.
Really?
I basically started exactly the same as where I am now. I haven't gotten much faster. I haven't gotten much slower, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that I would say I've gotten much slower over time, and you would think I would get faster from watching so much speed puzzling, that you would just learn how to be faster from osmosis, but I don't think it really works that way. I think you actually have to do the puzzles, but you do learn strategy, you learn techniques, you learn like some, insightful knowledge that can help you along, and practicing techniques, but yeah, I haven't gotten any faster from watching, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've definitely tried to watch and see, like, okay, if I watch this person, like with the EJJs, I'm like, oh, they're so fast. And so I don't know if it helps or not. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
I mean, I think doing a puzzle a day definitely is going to help
it
you. I'm
definitely
so
helps,
impressed by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
So how do you pick them? Do you just like randomly point, or are you like, I feel like this type of puzzle today?
I kind of feel like this, like, kind of puzzle today. So if I pick one, like, by random, then I might be like, oh, I don't really want to do this puzzle. So I feel like it's not the best kind of practice. So I just kind of look at the shelf and see, like, hey, which one do I want to do? And if one's calling to me, then that's the puzzle I go with.
So we talked a little bit on the last stream, because Jim, for Mari, for practicing, he goes through and
he
he
picks
puts
for
stuff
her.
in bags, and then she doesn't know what she's getting, so she has to just kind of replicate that experience
Yeah.
of, we gotta pull this one out of the bag and just do it. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, but
That is
I'm the
cool.
same as you. Like, I have a mood.
Yes,
I
exactly.
feel like a collage right now, kind of thing.
Right, yeah.
Yep, and I try to I just mix it up that way. But yeah, I think that's probably a good practice, to just sort of force yourself to do something.
It probably is good practice. Yeah.
Well, leading up to a competition, if you're just kind of,
Yeah.
not right before a competition, you can just kind of do what's most fun for you.
That's true.
yes.
I'm like trying to make it a slog for everybody. It doesn't need to be. It should still be fun. I just think that's an interesting approach for sure.
Yeah.
All
Now,
right.
this person's ending with a lot of skies, so that's
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah. a lot
So
of
we have
yellow
7 minutes
sky.
left.
Yeah.
And I mean, the room has really emptied out.
It has. Yeah, I would say we're about 2/3 of finished almost now, but I don't have the results in front of me because it's taking a while to refresh. I think things are getting a little bogged down here in the venue.
Well, it's exciting to see, you know, everyone who's finishing, you know, even if you don't qualify, I think finishing the puzzle is
100%.
just the perfect goal to have.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And all these people now with, you know, just a handful of pieces left. There you go.
Finish.
Yep.
That's table 95.
And it's so exciting when it's like down to the wire and, you know, you're almost done and then you finish just in time.
Oh, yeah. That was Jennifer Waltman that just finished.
And yeah, here we have someone else who's finishing with those yellow pieces right in the middle.
And they're doing the feeder hand kind of technique, which I like.
Yep.
Keeps them in front of you so you can easily see them.
Yeah, it keeps them off
You just
the
have to
puzzle.
hope that you don't, you know, twitch a little
Yeah,
and then drop
right,
them
and
all.
drop them all.
Or
Seems
that,
like something I would do.
or if you're too sweaty and then they stick to your hand. So here we just had another finish.
I remember, I think it was at the first Worlds I went to was the first time I puzzled with people that just held their hand out in the middle of the team.
Oh, I
for
cannot
people to
stand
grab
that
from
for,
that,
for
really?
teams. No, I don't want to touch your hand. I'm sorry.
That's really funny.
Some interesting insight into Karen there. I just was like, oh, that's so cool. Because it was like I would be working on something and I'd be like, is anybody? And then I'd look and there's this hand holding
Yeah.
like red pieces in front of me. And I'm like, there they are. Like, that's
so
amazing.
funny.
I just couldn't believe
Oh,
it.
here we go.
Ah,
Another
one.
finish.
Yay.
I like
I can't
using
see
the
their table number.
Oh, sorry. I like using the puzzle trace for, you know, instead of like holding it in your hand, especially with the team, you can just kind of set it on the completed parts of the
Yeah,
puzzle.
especially
and
the
have
small
it-
trays. You can put it on the
Yeah.
pieces that are already done.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
here's another finish. So this is
Yep.
Deborah that's finishing right
Yep,
now.
Evergreen. Very
And
cool.
Yeah, definitely going to finish.
Yeah.
And you can sort of see it in the background. I love how the volunteers are wearing the waist pouches this
Yeah.
year.
Yep.
Can keep a-
That's a new thing this
Yeah,
year.
keep a pen in there. I don't know what else they have in there, but
Yep, they might have their phone with the timer on it, or you know.
oh, probably the Post-its.
Yep, the Shanling shims.
Yep.
They got their
Yes.
pen. Yep. Oh, are they
Oh.
missing one?
Oh.
Oh, they're missing one. They don't know the person's next to them to take
Well,
the time.
I mean, 10 seconds is fine. They have plenty
Yeah,
of time.
They do. They're not running into the clock that badly. Oh, maybe the bag somewhere it has the piece in it.
Oh, 5-minute warning.
Yeah, we're getting there.
So let's see, who's this at table 118?
118. That is Derek Marcy. I just heard over the headset. Must have been a waitlist person.
Yeah, I mean, they're also going to finish, I assume, because we can only see, you know, a couple pieces
Yeah, yeah.
behind the thing.
It is kind of quiet in here. I'm surprised, but I do think it's going to be a different environment because I think people come up, they want to see the puzzle, so
Yep.
they're all here for the beginning because
Yes.
they're like, "What's?"
And
the
they want to
puzzle
see
gonna
who's going to win.
be? Right, and then once that happens, people sort of start to trickle out, and they're probably doing
Also,
other
it's
stuff.
lunchtime.
Exactly, and it's lunchtime.
Yep, there we go. Another. I love that pink shirt. It matches the puzzle.
I know. Well, I should let Shay go because you maybe have, you know, things you want to do
Yes,
and
I
lunch
was
to
gonna
grab.
go get lunch,
I was
yes,
going to
yeah.
say, but thank you so much for popping
Yeah,
over.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
It's so nice to meet you both.
You too.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck the rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
be
you
watching.
so much. Thank
yeah.
you.
All right,
right.
we're down to 3.5
3
minutes to
minutes.
go.
And oh, let me say hi to the chat. I haven't even been looking.
I know, and
But-
somebody wrote in here, phone, this must be apron contents. Phone, Band-Aids, Post-its, extra hair tie, all the essentials.
Oh, okay. We have another finish
Okay.
here.
Oh, awesome.
I can't see their table number,
I love
but
the
they look
t-shirt.
they look
Very
so relieved.
Very relieved, very happy.
Oh,
189.
189.
All right, 189 is, that was Soraya Merriweather. Oh, 118, that was Derek again, I think.
Yep.
Fantastic. Waitlist person who got in and is probably so glad they made it into the,
Oh, and immediately taking it apart.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here's another person that's definitely going to finish.
This person's going to finish Tulsi.
Yep. Oh, and this person's also going to finish.
Oh, yeah.
They only have, what, like
Lot just
8
under the
pieces
wire.
left, 10 pieces left?
Oh, man, I want to do this puzzle so bad. I
Right?
think I want to do this one more than the other one.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know why. I think it's the gradient, but I just think that city doesn't look too
Oh,
bad.
Tulsi, table 84
Yeah,
just
nice.
finished. And here we have Liz at table 169. And here we go. And they're done. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, good job getting in just under the wire.
And I just want to say this room is so great. It's huge. We finally have space to spread out a little.
Yeah, no chairs clinking, running into each other in the back. Like there's big wide aisles between all the tables. Yep, plenty of room to maneuver. It is really nice having this big of a space. It was really daunting as a group of organizers. Like I'm part of the board that organizes this whole thing. And when we came in here and there's nothing in here, you're like, oh no, is this going to look like Fire Festival? Are we going to be like this sad, like ball pit in the corner?
The opposite. The opposite.
Well, because it's such a giant, expansive space. Like now we have air walls up and, you know, all the tables. But yeah, it was a little intimidating, but I think it's all working out pretty well. And here we're down.
Oh my gosh, we're down to the last minute.
Yeah, about the last minute.
So this is table 155.
Somebody just said the end is as stressful as the beginning, and yes, you are correct, because it's like, are they going to finish with like a minute
Katie,
to
oh
go?
my gosh, Katie at table 160. They're so close.
Come on,
Come on.
They could do this.
30 seconds left. You got this. Come on, one after the other.
I know.
Put them in, put them in.
Well, it's all that same shade of yellow. Oh gosh, I don't know if they're going to do it. I don't know if they're going to make it. Oh,
I mean,
come
this
on.
is like as exciting as watching the winner.
It really is. Because you're just like, oh come on. Yes,
come on.
come on.
Three pieces left.
3 pieces left. You've got come on. Oh, no. I hate that, too, when it's like they try it everywhere. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. Come on. Come on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, so close.
I mean, that'll be easy to count.
Yeah, right? But brutal. Oh, because they don't know, right? That it's until Allie starts that final countdown. Well, thank you so much, Karen, for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for
on the
having
live stream.
me.
This was so much
fun. This was so fun.
Yes, it was wonderful to have you. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for watching.
Yep. And yeah, thanks everybody for being here. Next round is at 2 o'clock.
Yep.
We'll be taking a brief lunch break, and we'll be back at 2 with individual prelim C. So we'll see you then, everybody.
I'm so excited to see the puzzle.
Yeah.
All
right. I think we're good.
Are we done? All right.
Oh, my ear hurts. This is kind of hard on the ears. Sorry.
That's all right. I mean, I'm done.
Yeah, you're done.